Oi, oi, guys. Friday morning. Up and at 'em. Out here doing it. Hope everybody's having a good week. Hope everybody's looking forward to the weekend. I've got a sponsored walk coming up. I believe it's next weekend, next Saturday. And I posted where donations could be sent up in Instagram. I'll post them up again. If you could go in there and donate a little bit, everything helps. It's to a good cause. It's all to do with suicide awareness and helping in that area. Great charity. So if you can get out there, I'm going to post it up again. And if you can get out there and donate, guys, I'd really appreciate it. But thanks to those that have already, by the way. I really appreciate you for doing that. Like I say, it's going towards a good cause. So everybody's having a PMA and a PPA. Positive progressive action. Taking those steps, moving towards where we want to go. Taking the action speaks the loudest. When you move and you do something, no matter what it is, towards where you want to be going, sends the message of progress and expansion. But this morning, I want to talk about being authentic. Being who you really are. And then looking at others as they are. I had a problem saying it. Lost my train of thought right in the middle of it. But when it comes to authenticity and being authentic, a lot of us will put on a mask or will act a certain way, even with body language, so that it can portray something that somebody else is perceiving and it's not the correct way, right? Like if you're really angry and then someone is saying, "You alright?" You're like, "No, I'm alright." Is that authentic? It's not authentic. You know, so many times when we get asked if we're okay, we'll say we're okay when we're not. Because we do it out of sometimes guilt, because we don't want to put on the other person, and then we feel guilty doing it, or we feel that we're pulling them down into a certain area that we don't want to be pulling anybody else down into. So we'd rather say, "No, I'm fine," and leave it at that. Or we don't want to go there because it hurts so much. Or we feel shameful. I mean, there's a lot of different scenarios here. Hang on, let me run across the road here. Get across the road. Morning. So, you know, we do a lot of things to have someone else see what isn't actually going on. I used to do it in my anxiety a lot, and my depression a lot. I would put on a mask and show something. Morning. I'd put on a mask and I'd show something that I ain't. I could be in a complete depression, someone turn up on the door, and all of a sudden I'll be fine because I don't want them to see the way I am, and then they'll leave and I go back to square one again. But if we keep on pushing a narrative, not narrative, if we keep pushing a perceived image of ourselves, of what we want the other to perceive, I should say, then we're denying ourselves too. We're denying ourselves the opportunity to maybe be able to talk. It's down to the other person if they want to talk or not. Because if we say, not doing so well today, they got every possibility of who they'll say, "Oh, okay," and then change the subject. Or they may say, "Okay, tell me about it, what's going on?" And now you've got an opportunity to at least talk to somebody about something that may be going on that you're trying to cover up. But morning. But it's much better to be authentic. What about you may be keeping something back for someone because you don't want to, what we believe you're going to upset them? And of course the fear underneath that could be rejection, abandonment, anger at us, and we don't want anything like that to happen. But then every time we're with that person, whatever it is we're holding on to that we want to talk about, it's just going to keep on bringing up the same emotion, and you're going to start feeling really uncomfortable. So again, it's better to be authentic and be able to go and have that conversation, or be able to talk to someone about whatever it may be, especially if they're really, really close friends of ours or family members, and we know they can keep a bit of an open mind. But you know what, even if they don't, and you've done something that maybe you want to apologise for, if you're authentically apologising and changing the habit, then the rest of it is really on them. You're doing your part. Morning. You're doing your part. You're being authentic. Now you haven't got to walk around with that guilt on your shoulders every time you're around them, if you're around them. But if they're really, really, really good friends, then if they decided they're going to abandon you or reject you over something that you're being authentic and honest about, do they belong there? Think about that. Okay, it might take them a bit of time, but you've apologised and done your bit, and now you can be authentic. Now, what did I mean by authentic apology? You know, we can all walk around and do something that we know that's hurt somebody, especially if we see it right there in front of us. Maybe by something that we do as a behaviour or a habit, something that we may not even be conscious of. But when it happens, if we have pain in apologising, meaning you've never been brought up to really apologise, and it can bother you, it can make you feel weaker, it can make you feel, I don't know, like just not good if you don't know how to apologise from the heart. Apologies come from the heart, guys. So to be authentic, first thing is bring your heart into it. Because if it's just done from the top of your head, it's not being authentic. If you're just like, oh, sorry, and that's it, because you just want it done and dusted and got rid of, it's not really an authentic apology. Apologising from the heart, the other person will feel it. They'll know. And then you change the habit, or change the program, or change whatever it is, if you want to. Again, it's all choice, but there's always a consequence too. If you don't want to change, and that other person you want to keep them around as a friend, and you're deciding not to change, then you got to be prepared for the consequence of that. So be authentic, guys. Don't allow things to sit under there and you're believing that they're weak, because those feelings, those emotions are the things that we look at and we work on to be that or better authentic self that we want to be. We work on the things that are upsetting us. We work on the emotions that we believe or perceive, again, to be weak. Maybe we've been programmed that way. When you're a kid and someone keeps on telling you to stop crying, even done out of love, where you may go up and they say, oh, it's okay, stop crying. Your brain just hears stop crying. So then it's going to start working to change hands. So now it's going to start working to maybe have you believe that crying isn't a good thing. Because here you are, you're being told to stop. And you're being told to stop by an adult when you're a kid, maybe a parent. So it can't be right. So what do? You stifle it. And that's not good. It's a release of emotion, guys. There ain't nothing wrong with crying. Ain't nothing wrong with crying. I cry. I have no problem crying. I do it in my therapy quite a bit. When things hurt and it doesn't feel right. I've done it through anger too, in my sessions. Might be angry about something that's happened, or angry about something that I'm having trouble releasing or something like that, and the tears will start coming. It hurts. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's authentic. Have a good weekend, guys. Hope you're going to enjoy the weather. I believe it's going to be nice, but I might be wrong. It's nice out here now, put it that way. Lovely weather, good time of year. So have a good weekend, guys. Hope everybody's good. Stay present. Stay the course. Namaste.